US federal government shutdown reached its 35th day, tying a record for the longest shutdown in American history. Over the past 30 days, the Democratic and Republican parties have remained deadlocked, and none of the 13 votes in the Senate have passed the temporary funding bill proposed by the Republicans. Trump administration has decided to send only partial food aid payments to 42 million low-income Americans. The U.S. Department of Agriculture told a federal court that it will tap into contingency fund to allow states to issue partial November benefits under the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Democratic and Republican leaders pointed fingers at each other with no end in sight to the standoff between Republicans and Democrats in Congress. Democrats have blocked spending legislation in the Republican-controlled Congress, saying that any funding package must also expand the COVID pandemic-era healthcare subsidies due to expire at the end of December. Republicans say the issue should be dealt with separately. And US officials delayed a new round of flights as airlines said 3.2 million air passengers have been hit by delays or cancelled flights due to a spike in air traffic controller absences amid government shutdown. Officials say there were ground delays at the airports in Dallas and Austin due to air traffic controller shortages. Nearly 2,900 flights have been delayed on Monday. Further delays could be issued for Houston and Washington airports. The shutdown has forced some 13,000 air traffic controllers and 50,000 transportation security admin officers to work without pay and snarled tens and thousands of flights. Earlier, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned the Trump administration would shutter the U.S. aviation system if he thought an ongoing government shutdown was making it too risky to travel. Let's now take a look at the key dates and events of the ongoing U.S. shutdown. United States headed towards its 15th government shutdown since 1981 on September 30th, with Republicans and Democrats in the Congress unable to agree on the budget. The U.S. government shut down much of its operations on October 1st as divisions prevented Congress and White House from reaching a funding deal. Republican congressional leaders blamed Democrats for a government shutdown, accusing them of holding the American people hostage. Democrats in the U.S. Congress put on a united front on October 1st, blaming the rival Republicans as a federal shutdown took hold. The White House warned of worker layoffs as the first day of government shutdown unfolded, even as Vice President J.D. Vance insisted no final decision was made. Lawmakers on October 3rd disagreed towards a deal that would allow them to resume government funding. Democrats and Republicans spent several days blaming each other. Both parties' attempts to end the government shutdown failed during evening voting in the Senate on October 6th. President Trump told reporters on October 21st he will not meet Democratic congressional leaders unless the ongoing government shutdown ends. Vice President Vance on October 31st warned of a holiday meltdown if the shutdown stretches and urged Democrats to provide votes to reopen the government. By the end of the day, this will be the longest shutdown. The previous record had been held by a shutdown that lasted 34 full days from December 2018 to January 2019.